Hey, this is my Tenderfoot 3D final part of the requirement. It's my pocket knife right here. Axe, saw, and pocket knife. So let's start off with some rules and regulations. Before even using a pocket knife, you need to know exactly like how to use it. That's the biggest part you need to know. And without knowing that, there's no point in using a pocket knife. It's not a very good idea. All right, let's start off. So the first thing you want to do is when you have a pocket knife, before opening it, you need to make sure you have a good blood circle. Nobody should be in the way. And what you need to do is you need to follow all of the regulations. So you can't be going around using this to cut up random trees and random leaves. That's not what a pocket knife is intended for. You should only use it when you're being asked to use it, or if there's a specific reason that you feel you need to use it for. Like for example, you need to cut a piece of thread. That could be a very good use. You need to follow all the rules and regulations, and when you cut, you need to cut away from yourself and not towards yourself like this. If you're gonna cut, gotta cut like this, not like this. Because you don't want to hurt yourself and you don't want to hurt others. That is why that blood circle is so important. Because you need to make sure that nobody's in your way when you're cutting, so you don't hurt anyone. Starting off the pocket knife. So how to open it. Usually for this one, there's like a handle here or like a switch here. And you just open it like this real quick, and you got your knife. You can cut. Do whatever you gotta do. Close it up. Simple. That's how this pocket knife works. Other pocket knives work in different ways. There's like some switches and stuff. And yeah, and when you're cutting away, let me open that up really quick. When you're cutting away, you cut like this. You do not cut near you. That could hurt you. If I were to cut like this and hit my own hand, that would hurt me. That is not a good idea. That is important. The next big thing about pocket knives is keeping them clean. So, you have your pocket knife. It has all sorts of peanut butter and jelly that you're using this knife to rub on a sandwich. You need to use soap and water to clean it out. That is very important. This pocket knife is very new, very clean, and it is not rusted, which is a very big thing because if it rusts, its effectiveness will go crazy, it won't work at all, and it could severely hurt you if rust is there. Next thing, in order to sharpen it, let me open this up again. In order to sharpen it, you would get a whetstone and you would slowly scrape. You would scrape, and you might put some oil or a mineral oil, something that you feel that you can use. That's what professionals do. You don't have to do that. You can just use a whetstone. And yeah. Now on to like what the pocket knife can do. This can be used for many things, like like putting peanut butter and jelly. You can be used for cutting. It can be used as a self-defense weapon as well. A pocket knife is very important. Furthermore, it can also be used as little things, such as a screwdriver. Yes, you can use it as a screwdriver. You can also use it as this, and that is the next big thing. You don't want two blades open at the same time. You only want one thing. So if I'm using this little hook, I don't want my giant blade open at the same time. That's not a good idea. And I don't want it pointing at me. I want it pointing this way. I need to have my blood circle so that nobody gets in my way. I also need to know the proper rules and regulations. You cannot be taking this thing outside. You can't have it at airports. You need to know what you're doing with this. This can be used to cause a lot of harm. And without being responsible and understanding what you can do with a pocket knife, you can definitely get someone hurt. So those are the three big things. Cleaning with soap and water, using a credit card to scrape things off, following the rules and safety regulations, being responsible, understanding that you need to cut away from yourself, having a blood circle, and knowing how to use the knife are very key. Randomly shoving it and throwing it at random things and cutting up random things is not how this thing is intended to be used. This is a survival device. This thing needs to be used with proper care, and yeah, that is how you use a pocket knife.